Deion Sanders, head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yes. Yes.
Always get that wrong. So before I talked about Deion, right? Let's talk about something positive that he did, right? And I read this today. So Deion Sanders partners with a bank to open savings accounts for Colorado players that have children.
Mm-hmm.
That's
dope.
what Deion does, bro.
That's definitely dope.
Right? So let's just shout that out first. So he started financial literacy seminar. I think the company is 5430 Alliance. So he put in each account $2,121.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shout out to Deion for doing that, right?
Yeah, facts.
But that's not why he made the news. He would not make the news for that.
Of course not.
So Deion made the news because he banned a reporter named Sean Keeler from asking questions at press conferences because they deemed him, I guess, the decision was made based on the personal attacks of the football program and Deion himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the reporter's banned, and everybody in college football, which is about to start, is having a problem with Deion banning this reporter. He's able to sit in the press conference.
Right, they're not banning him from the press conference.
Cannot ask questions to Deion.
Questions.
So what do you guys feel about that?
For me, doing a little research, he's a columnist. So like in being a journalism like major myself, there's a difference between reporting and somebody being like a job of a columnist is to be kind of like witty and stuff like that. But I do understand why you ban somebody if you sitting here like you making disparaging like attacks on him. Can't call him a false prophet and all these things. Just to kind of make your column go up.
That was the term you used?
Yeah.
A false prophet?
A false prophet.
Yeah. It was
false prophet.
Yeah. It was a couple of things where it's just like, all right, cool. Like I can see like it kind of looked like you got an issue with him. Not even the program, but you like you know,
criticize the losing.
You're coming at him, and it's just like, bro, if I have the power to kind of mute you from doing what you're doing, bro, it's just like you're not about to eat off me.
Yeah.
So why not? I don't really see the big deal with it, especially because I know like everybody gonna be like, oh, like why can't you take the criticism? People talk about the Nick Sabans, but I don't care, bro. At the end of the day, they not gonna talk about the news that you said in the beginning. They gonna talk about little stuff like that and make that the story, bro. That's whack. So,
right.
Bro, if I can get him banned, you getting banned, bro.
Yeah, we also can't wait to talk about what Deion and Colorado is going to do this year.
You already know my stance, man.
They're gonna be on the Cowboys next year.
Playoffs.
So yo, real quick. So this column guy, right? He's from CBS, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because what I heard of the story was that he really wasn't. Deion really didn't have a big issue with him as a person. He had more of a problem with the network.
That's a different.
That's a different story.
That's a different story.
All right.
There was the issue where he wouldn't take comments, wouldn't take questions from the one reporter because of that he was affiliated with CBS, and he has whatever ongoing issues he's had with CBS since going back to Jacksonville.
Okay, so
Jackson State.
So these are two different columnists.
But this columnist here had written a lot of articles where he, called Deion a false prophet. He talked about the program. He's talked about the kids in the program. Deion felt that it was unhealthy for the kids, and I mean, at a certain point, you got to say there's a fine line between freedom of press and freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just let these guys run rampant, is in my opinion. At a certain point, if you're going to be talking, saying all these disparaging remarks about my kids, putting them in press, putting it in print, then you know what? Then ban them. I agree with the ban. I agree. I think that maybe this will help get some of these other columnists in line that go off on tangents and feel that they can say whatever they want.
There definitely needs to be some type of script when it comes down to asking questions coming from reporters, whether it be they're asking questions to an athlete or asking questions to a coach, like there needs to be some type of script, because there has to be some questions that, you know, a coach or player needs to know ahead of time that you're going to ask this question, just so I could just let you know, like, listen, I'm not going to answer that, so don't even ask that shit. Ask me another question. You know, but when these reporters, they got free reign to just ask whatever and say it in any type of tone, and you are expected to answer the questions, you know, regardless of what. So, but I definitely think there needs to be some type of script.
I think. All right, so I pulled it up. When you saying things like Bruce Lee of BS, are you really reporting anything?
That's what exactly.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Exactly,
Like,
and that's my point. It's
Deion Kool-Aid. What?
Yeah.
You're like,
exactly.
bro, you're banned. Like, bro,
exactly.
you're not doing it. Like,
you're not reporting.
You're not reporting. You're not doing the
exactly.
job. You trying to get people to look at your column.
Exactly.
You're not.
Exactly.
That's
and,
not.
you
I feel like
report
that's
stats. You want to give your opinion about what their performance. That's fine. That's one thing. But when you start, like you said, coming up with all of this,
that's
name
nothing.
calling,
You're trying to be funny. Like you're trying to make a joke out of it. And then when you have people like, What's homie with the you got the baldy with the hair on the sides. He's on ESPN.
Yeah,
I think
Feinbaum.
Paul Feinbaum.
Oh, yep. Paul Feinbaum.
He's like, oh, how he's a bully and blah blah. So I'm supposed to let somebody just play with my name,
right?
Especially because with Deion, his name is kind of like it's more than his name. You feel me? So it's just like, bro, you playing with my bread and butter.
Yeah.
If I can do the same with yours, why am I wrong when I do it?
Right.
You can't call somebody a hypocrite. Technically, I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I just got more power than you.
The main thing he called him was, he called him the Harold Hill of, you know who Harold Hill is? He's one of the biggest con men. Posed as like a band leader, basically.
Oh, so he's
so he's calling him a con man. So Kool-Aid, yo, it's crazy.
That Kool-Aid shit is
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying. So that means it goes back to my point. Like, yo,
He said he's Harold Hill in designer shades. So look up Harold Hill and see who Harold Hill is. Harold Hill.
What's your opinion, oh?
Well, listen, it's not me. I was trying to read and see if it was Deion's idea to ban this guy, but it doesn't say whether it's him or the university doing it. Because the university controls now who he has access to. He has his credentials, he has everything he needs, and he can still cover. He just can't ask questions to certain people. I like that Deion has the power to control the narrative or control what's happening, especially around the university, like all these other coaches had it. Like the guy Gundy in Oklahoma State, he has control over that. When Saban was there, he had control over that. Sarkisian at Texas, they all have control over all of this stuff. So now when he has it, he just banned one person from asking questions.
Right.
He didn't ban him from still writing this bullshit he's been writing because he can't stop that.
Yeah.
Right.
But on the other side of that, like, yo, just let him talk, man. You gotta let your actions sometimes speak for you. Like, if they're attacking kids, you just point out that he's attacking what he's doing. Just as much as he's pointing out when you lose and when you win and when you promise this, you promise that. You know, all the stuff is out there. So,
but it's strange how
I think he could shut him up by winning, basically.
Yeah, well, that he has to do.
Yeah, if he keeps losing.
It's not always a guarantee that you're gonna get.
No,
like,
I
you know
understand.
what I mean?
I
So it's just
understand.
like, bro, like I think
That's just me.
sometimes. No, I agree because there's a certain product that you actually have to put. Like, I just think it's weird when people make stuff personal and then they get the repercussions and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to kind of like sympathize with the fact that he got banned. He got himself banned.
Yeah.
But
He got himself
crossed the
banned.
line.
Who did he think
crossed
he
the
was
line.
talking to though, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's just like, bro, you really thought they were gonna allow you to keep doing? No, bro.
Like, Deion's not a rookie in this game, though.
And that's the shit that I don't like about what they do with Deion. You feel me? Because it's just like, bro, like they always try to go, oh, he's been a personality. Bro, I'm just trying to coach. Y'all keep making the media circus that it is because of who I am. Granted, I'll deal with it. But the hostility that y'all got to the players is not even for them.
Yeah, it's for me.
It's because of me. Bro, you can't hit the coach.
Right.
Bro, focus on the niggas that's on the field, bro. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, they'll make it seem like he's just singing the praises. What is a coach supposed to do for his team and his program? Make them respectable. Y'all mad because my name allows me a certain cat? Bro, he's one of the best football players ever.
He just used their rules against him and they don't like it.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. They don't want... At the end of the day, I think what it is, the only reason why this becomes a story is they don't want a black coach to have that much power.
Oh, no.
Without a doubt. But you see
That's
how
what
funny...
it is, bro.
No.
The first thing I read to y'all about what he did with the banks,
It's not even a
they
story.
didn't, not even a
That's
story.
crazy.
Not even a
Nobody.
story,
Fox
bro.
1, ESPN, CBS.
So where'd you get that? Let's give credit to who.
I saw it on Players TV on Instagram.
Like, wait, who?
I give you the credit right now. Hold on.
Word up, man.
But as I'm
Prime
looking that up, AJ or Rube or Snake, you have anything to add to this Deion?
I think it's obvious. Like Ponick said. It's because he's black. That's my opinion. What else would it be?
Yeah.
And he's good. You can't just be black anymore.
What do
You gotta be
mean?
black and good.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Deion's is a legend.
Yeah,
It's Deion, man. It's
He's
showtime.
Deion,
Yeah,
bro.
See,
he's a legend.
see, and
Prime
this is a
time.
prime
Prime time.
example of how we gotta be almost 10 times better
At everything,
than the average
Yeah.
complexion,
Yeah.
basically, average white guy.
All right.
So he exceeded as a player. Now he's exceeding as a coach, succeeding as a coach, not exceeding, but succeeding as a coach. This
And they don't like
quickly,
Yeah,
even though he had a losing record, but
yeah.
he got him going in the right direction.
Man, the man had surgery and still got right back to work. He lost half his
Yeah,
foot.
they might have to
He
cut
lost
off
half his foot.
The story came from The Athletic by a guy named David Ubin.
Shout out to
I'm
you.
gonna follow that guy.
Yeah, so
I just think that's whack, bro. Like,
yeah.
if you're gonna report, bro, like the bad and good, bro. Like, I get it. Some people do bullshit, you know.
You got to be non-partial. He's
But
biased, obviously.
bro, at the end of the day, your job is to report news that you feel people need to know. I don't really care to know that a columnist was banned. When you compare both stories to what, like, you feel me? Like, he's helping people on his team.
That's all he's really
Set
doing.
up, like that's it, bro. He's setting them up for a future, and it's like they don't want to see a coach
They don't like it, man.
Black
make
coach.
men. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, bro. You're not gonna get me to root against Deion ever.
Yo, Dirk, anything to add to that?
I'm just gonna tie into what you guys said, but like you said, Cleon, he's using their own rules or whatever against them, and we find that happens all the time in all aspects of lives. Is us when we get hip to the game and when we can use all the same tactics and strategies that they use to get ahead, they're gonna find a way to be like, well, that's a problem. So it's just that. It's just that. And Deion is Deion. Like, come on. He's a superstar.
Yeah, he's his name speaks volumes, and he's been doing this for a long time. So
Very long time.
He's not gonna go and disrespect Deion in the press conference. This is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Just adding to like how we talked about like protecting the players, I feel like that's not doesn't happen often, and I feel like just banning them in general from like even asking questions or like writing stuff like you can't ban them from writing stuff like that, but kind of taking the access away. I mean, I'd love to see how his stories start to change after that.
Yeah.
Just like sometimes you gotta silence people. You can't always just keep giving them the opportunity to keep doing it. So I'm here for it.
Great. Now that Pollux read me some of the stuff he was saying, like Deion Kool-Aid and
Feel me?
and who's the other
That's
dude?
crazy.
You call him?
Oh, Harold Hill.
Like that's
Let me
It's
tell
not
you.
even football. Man.
yeah. Yeah, that's definitely personal. All right. Well, what's personal to me is CeeDee Lamb signed the
Good transition.
his contract. And we're gonna talk about it in the next segment.
Sportsmanlike conduct.